So you can go through the path also. If you want to use the transaction code, you can also use the transaction code. Transaction code is OT83, but if you want to follow the path, then you need to go to the SPRO IMG. Here under the financial transaction, you will have the bank transaction. Under the bank transaction, you need to go to the business transaction. And further, under the business transaction, you will have the payment transaction. So go to the payment transaction, you will find here a option called manual bank statement and electronic bank statement. You need to go to the electronic bank statement. Here you will have the option called make the global setting for the EBS or electronic bank statement. You can open it. Click on this option, make the global setting for the EBS. Click on this. Here it is asking for your chart of account ID. We are using the chart of account ID. It is C86. So whenever we are doing the foreign currency valuation or this EBS, so always we'll be assigning a GL at which level? At a chart of account level. So that type of question is also asked that in the interview, at which level you are going to assign your GL. So for the EBS, for the foreign currency valuation, you will be assigning your GL account at a chart of account level. So now we will be giving the reference of our chart of account ID C86, press enter button, and then we need to click on the new entry button. But before I just go into the new entry button, I'll just walk you through those steps we have discussed in the PPT. You can just see on the left side, we have been given the step for the EPS. First, it is saying that you need to create the account symbol. Second, you need to assign those account symbol with your GL or I would say account. Third, we need to define the posting rule. Keys, actually here we have to create the keys for the posting rule. Then the next we have defined the posting rule, and then next we have to create the transaction type. Then under the transaction type we are going to assign the posting rule with the BTC code, and finally we are going to link the maker with the transaction type. So these are the steps we are going to follow one by one. So let's start with the step number one. We are going to create the account symbols. We need to click on the new entry button, and here we will be creating the account symbol with any of the ID which you want to have. So let's have here the account ID. It is let's say it is 86 main main. So that is the ID I have chosen for my main bank account. Then the next ID I'm going to have it is 86 info or income. So this is my for my incoming clearing account. Incoming clearing account. Then we have 86 outgo, that is my outgoing clearing account. This is for my outgoing clearing account. So here you can just see we have maintained these account symbol. Now after that, what next we need to do? So we need to go to the next option where we are going to attach the account symbol with the GL. So we need to click on the new entry button. But before I go to the new entry button, I need to go to the GL master data. I need to go to the GL master data. So here we'll click on the new window. We'll have here the transaction code FS00 that will take us to the GL master data. So here I have already a account that is for my main bank account. So this is my main bank account. So Citibank main bank account. So here we will be using the company code 2186. So I will just make here some small change. So let's have here the Citibank main account. City here this is the Citibank main account, and I'm going to take the same text for the as a long text, and I'm going to save. So this is my main bank account. Now I need to also have the clearing account for the incoming and outgoing payment. So outgoing for the first of all for the incoming we'll be using the account number 200,101, and then we can click on the bid template button. I will be taking a reference of 200,101 in the same company code 2186. So here we will have some small changes. So it is saying that first of all we'll be giving the information. We'll change the information in the incoming and in the short text, long text. So this is the incoming clearing account. Incoming clearing account. Then you go to the control data. So since it is a clearing account, for any of your clearing account, what do? You activate your open item management. You activate your open item management and then save it. Click on the save option. Now the next account number, the GL we will have it is the 200,103, and that is for the outgoing payment clearing account. So for the creation of this 200,103 outgoing payment clearing account, we'll take the reference of the incoming payment clearing account. Click on the bid template button. Here we have already created a account with the number 200,102. So we'll take a reference of this account number 200,102 for the creation of 200,103. So here all the settings are going to be same except the short text and long text. Here let's have the short text and long text as outgoing clearing account, or I would say outgoing payment clearing account. Okay, whatever the name we want to give, outgoing payment clearing account. And I'll also make the changes to my next account, like previous account. Let it be incoming payment clearing account. So now I'm going to save it. Click on the save option. So we are done with the GL creation. Now we need to assign them. So now we will go to the second step, that is assign the account to the account symbol. Double click on this and then click on the new entry button. Click on the new entry button. Here we have the account symbols. Remember the account symbol we have created in the first step. So here we have three account symbols. We have first as 86 main, then we have 86 income, then we have 86 outgo. So with this account symbol, we are going to link the GL. We have for the main, the GL number is 200,101. For the incoming, we have the GL 200,103, 102, sorry. And for the outgoing clearing count, we have the GL, it is 200,103. Now here you can just see we have the account modifier. So this we are using as default, it is plus. For every account symbol we'll be using the account modifier as plus, that is default, and the currency is going to be USD, USD and USD. Now we can press enter button. It is saying that the 86 doesn't exist into a system, maybe we have not saved it, so I'm just going to click on the yes option. So here we can go to the account symbol, and first I will save it. Click on the save option, and then we'll go to the account symbol and I will perform the same task. So we have assigned the account symbol with the GL. Now I'm going to save it. Click on the save option. Now the next thing is create the posting rules. So click on the create posting rule keys. Click on the new entry button. So we will have the nomenclature for the posting rule. The length of this posting rule, we have to define it up to the 4-character could be alphanumeric. So let's have here the ID. I'm going to maintain three posting. I will have two posting rules, one for the incoming and second for the outgoing. So let's have here the incoming and outgoing. And one more thing I will be doing here. So let's have here the bank charges also. Okay. We will also include bank charges from the beginning only. So here for this bank charges, I am going to have here the ID as it is 86 BC bank charges, and this is what bank charges, and here we'll also have the 86, that is the annual charges. So this is the annual charges. Now I'm going to save it. Click on the save option. So here we will have the GL also for these relevant transactions, for the charges, for the bank charges and for the annual charges. So these are to be considered as expense account. So let's have the expense account number as it is 400,111 in the company code to 186, and we can take the reference of 400,300 for the creation of this expense account. So here we can give the name as bank charges GL, and then we can have the second account number 400,312. We can take the reference of 400,311. So this is not the bank, this is the GL for the annual charges. So let's have here the text as annual charges, annual bank charges. Okay. So I'm going to save it. Now we have defined here the account symbols accordingly. We have the bank charges, annual charges, and accordingly we need to assign these account symbol with the relevant GL. So we have 86 BC and 86 AC. We will have here plus sign as an account modifier, and here we need to give the Plus means actually here if it is taking the plus sign for your currency, it is going to take all the currencies. It is going to take all the currency, but here I want to take the USD. Currency is going to be USD. And then the GL we have it is 400 311 400 312. And now I'm going to save and then go back. So you can just see we have also these two now account symbols. So total we have created five account symbols, and these five account symbols we have assigned with the relevant GL. Now what next we need to do? We need to define the posting. We need to create the keys for the posting rule. Click on the option create keys for the posting rule, and then click on the new entry button. And we need to define here the keys for the posting rule. As I just shared with you, we need to maintain a nomenclature. So the ID we have for the posting rule, we can define up to the 4 character could be alphanumeric. So let's have here the ID. First ID as 86IN, that is for the incoming posting rule. Then we have 86OU, that is the outgoing posting rule. We have the next as 86BC, that is for the bank charges posting rule. Then we have 86AC, that is for the annual bank charges posting rule, and we can save. Click on the save option. So these are the posting rule keys we have defined, and now we need to go to the each key. Actually, we need to go to the each posting rule, and we'll give the information. Where for that we need to go to the next option, define posting rule. Double click on this, and then click on the new entry button. Click on the new entry button. So here we have to give the ID for our posting group. So first ID we are going to take. First ID I'm going to take it is 86IN, that is for the incoming clearing account. And for the incoming clearing account, you can see here it is asking for the posting area. As I just shared with you, we have two posting area. One is for the bank entry, that is your GL entry, and second is your subledger entry, that is your incoming or outgoing clearing account. So whenever you will have you are defining any rule which will have either your incoming clearing account or your outgoing clearing account, you will be selecting the subledger accounting. You will selecting the option number 2. If that posting rule doesn't have your subledger entry, let's say if your posting rule doesn't have your customer account or the incoming or outgoing clearing account, in that case you can select the first option as bank entry. So we'll be using both of these. First we'll select the subledger entry. So number 2 I'm going to take it here. Then for the incoming clearing account, so my main bank account will be debited. So you can just see we have been given the option as the debit and credit. So in the debit portion, we'll give the posting key as 40. 40 is for debit, the GL account. And here we will be giving the account symbol. So remember that account symbol we have created for the main bank account. It is 86 main. 86 main. This is the incoming clearing. So for the incoming payment, we are using the incoming clearing account, and that incoming clearing account symbol you will be giving here. You will be giving here under the credit option. You will be giving the information for your incoming clearing account. So the account symbol we have for the incoming clearing account, it is 86 income. 86 income, and the posting key is going to be blank. And then we will have here the document type. So under which document type you want this posting to be entered, or the system should post this an accounting entry. So system should post this accounting entry under the document type SA. Under the document type SA. So here let's have the document type as SA. And then here it is saying that the posting type. As I just shared with you, we have been given the various posting type. We have the posting type from 1 to 9. So we can select here the posting type as 5 because I want to get my incoming clearing account that we are having on the credit side. You can see we have on the credit side, so I want to clear it. I want the system, I'm giving the instruction to the system to clear the entry which system is going to post on the credit side. So here the system should clear this credit clearing account, and I'm going to save it. Click on the save options. That is the first posting rule we have defined. Now the next posting rule we are going to have for the outgoing payment. So here once again we can click on the new entry button and we need to define the posting rule as it is 86OU, that is for the outgoing payment. Once again you will be selecting here your posting areas too, that is the subledger posting, and this is the outgoing payment. Outgoing payment means your bank balance is getting reduced. Reduce means credit. Credit means 50, and 50 posting fees we will have for the main bank account. 86 main. 86 main, and this is not case sensitive. So you can make it as a capital or small letter. You can use it. And then on the debit side, you need to keep the posting key field as blank, and you need to give here the account symbol for your outgoing payment as outgoing. It is 86 out go. So that is the account symbol we have assigned over here. And after that, once again, we need to go down in your document type. You will be giving the document type ID as SA. So I want the system to do the posting under this document type, and the posting type I'm going to take it is 4. Why 4? Because here we are having our clearing account on which side? On the debit side. So I'm giving the instruction to the system that clear the debit side. Clear the debit side, and then we can click on the save option. Click on the save option. Now we are done with the step number 4. Define the posting rule. We can go to the next step, that is the create transaction type. So here, as I just shared with you, we have been given various method for the various format, I would say, for the transaction type. So we are using the MT940 format in the system. If you want to find out the standard one provided by the SAP. So these are the pre-delivered transaction type provided by the SAP. So we have the BI2 format. We have the format called MT940 format. Then we have the MT941 format. So mostly we use MT940 or we use BI2. So for the US companies, we always use, we mostly use, I would say, BI2 format. And if you want to have your own like transaction type, you don't want to use the BI2 format delivered by the SAP. So yes, you can create your own transaction type. The another method is multi-cache, and likewise we have various other formats also. Now we can go with the new entry and we can create our own transaction type IDs as well. So let's have the transaction ID as it is 86 underscore transaction type, or I would say this is the format we can give the reference of. So here it is 86 BI2 format. 86 BI2 format we are using. So we'll be using the BI2 format for 2184, 2186, sorry, 2186. And I'm going to save it. Click on the save option. Now what do? You select this transaction type and go to the left side and double click on the option assign the transaction type to the posting rule. Assign the transaction type to the posting rule and then click on the new entry button. Click on the new entry button. Here we need to give the external transaction type, or I would say BTC code. So these external transaction type would be provided by the bank in their bank statement. So we mostly use the standard. We use the standard transaction type as 115 for the incoming payment. 475 we have for the outgoing payment. 699 we use for the bank charges. And here we have the incoming will use plus sign. Payment will be using minus sign. And here we have the expense will be using the minus sign. Now we need to have here the posting rule. So first posting rule we have it is 86IN. Then next we have in case of outgoing it is 86OU. And we have the 86BC, that is the bank charges. But the thing here you will observe that I have just assigned the posting rule with the external transaction type. Now the I would say limitation or restriction I would say. So the restriction is that you can use at one time one external transaction type. You can't use the same external transaction type for the multiple posting rule. For example, you can just see we have already assigned this external transaction type, that is 699. This is a BTC code. We have already linked to the posting rule. Bank charges. So if I take it again and I'm taking it for the annual charges, I will not be able to do it. So let's have here the 86 AC, that is the annual charges. So you press enter button. You see here the system is giving you the error message that the same key already exists with some other posting rule. So you can't repeat the same key. So that is the restriction or the limitation we have. But how we can overcome this restriction? And for that, SAP has given another functionality. We'll talk about it later. But for the time being, you need to understand that like one time you can assign here one external transaction type or the BTC code with your posting group, with your any of the posting group. So here I'm going to remove it for the time being. So we'll come here again and we'll discuss how we can overcome this issue. So I'm going to remove this last line item. And now here we need to give the algorithm. So let's have an algorithm as I just shared with you how you want the clearing to be done. So you want to the clearing to be done according to the any HR reference number you have, any payment document number you have, any document search you have, reference document number you want to search for. Accordingly, you want to do the clearing to be happen or clearing to be processed by the system. Then you have any reference number and again the payment order number you want to search for. So what type of reference you are looking for so that that clearing should happen so that the system should match the line item. So here we are going to use the standard algorithm. We can have the standard algorithm. And after that we can save it, click on the save option. Now the last step is assign this transaction type that is 86BI2 we have maintained with your meeker. So we need to go to the last option that is the assign bank account to the transaction type. Double click on this and we can click on the new entry button. We have been we have maintained the bank key as it is 21864 times 01 and we have maintained the account number for this. It is 21864 times 010 and I'm going to link it with my transaction type. It is 86BI2. So I'm going to save it. Click on the save option. And one more restriction I want to highlight over here in the system, what will happen? So if you assign the same meter with the multiple transaction type, it will not happen. So at one time, you can assign with your meter one transaction type. You can't have here your MT940 and VI2, so you can't assign both of these two transaction type with a single meter. So it has to be different. So either your meter should be different or your transaction type should be unique. It can't be multiple. So with the same meter, you can't assign the multiple transaction time. That is the restriction we have. Now I'm going to save it. Click on the save option. So we are done with the configuration of the EBS. Now what next we need to do? We need to upload the we need to do the user testing. And for the user testing, so here I'll just walk you through the test file because we are working on the IDOC server, so we don't have any real-time bank statement. But here we have created a file for the test purpose, so we can have at least a feel that how that EBS file is going to be processed and what are the counting entry will take place. So that transaction, that file, I'll just walk you through. So this is the text file we'll be getting from the bank, and this text file we can process. So here you can just see this is a text file. So you will be getting the real-time file in this, like most likely in this format only. Now in this is called the BA2 format. This is the BA2 format, and in this BA2 format you will have the record type. You will have the record type. So you can just see first two digit for every row. You will have the record type. So here the record type 01 will indicate the bank information, and in this bank information we can see here we have the actually this is the test programming. The real time you will have here your bank key or your bank information would be there. Then you will have the date of this bank statement and time of this bank statement when you have received this file or the bank statement from your bank. Then the record type 2 will just give you the information about your bank key, and once again the bank statement date and time. Along with this, we can also see the currency, bank statement currency we are having. Then we have the record type 03. So 03 will have the information about your bank account number, currency, and then we can come down. So the record type 16 is important for us because this record type 16 will have the BTC code or the transaction type. So the transaction type or the transaction keys, we can just see external transaction keys. We have 115 and 475 and 699. So 115 is for the incoming payment, 475 is for the vendor payment, and we have 699 for the bank charges. And you can just see how we need to maintain the amount. So this amount we can maintain 10 digits. In 10 digits we can maintain the amount. So the last two digits you can leave for the decimal value. You can leave for the decimal value. So we have 51,000 for the incoming payment, and we have how much? We have for the outgoing payment 20,000, and here we have the bank charges with 100 amount, and here you can take the reference for your document number. So this is the reference number we can mention here, and after that we have the record type 49, 98, and 99. So this will give you the group total or the batch total, or this 99 is going to indicate that this is the end of the file. So this is the test file which we are going to upload for our company code. For that, we need to also post the purchase invoice, then the payment invoice, and we'll make a use of the incoming and outgoing incoming and outgoing clearing account. And after that, we'll also upload this file and we'll see how the system is going to post the accounting entry. So before the EBS, we'll also go through the manual bank statement, so how the manual bank statement will take place. So that is not very much important, but at least we'll have a quick overview, and after that we'll go to the EBS. Okay.